Yeah.
This trade paperback, it talks a little bit. It's got some correspondence with David Michelinie from February of 2005.
Oh, okay.
After our conversation about uncovering the original text for Jarvis's Resignation, I got to thinking and my memory finally kicked in. I realized that it wouldn't really matter if I did have a copy of that script because the text for Jarvis's Resignation never actually existed. Here's the story.
Oh.
When I wrote the plot, I simply called for Jarvis to hand Tony Stark his resignation. I didn't specify what that document said. When John Romita Jr. drew the panel in question, he had the resignation facing the reader, prominently showing a blank sheet of paper. Someone at Marvel called and asked if I wanted to write something for them to set in print, or if I preferred that they just Greek it in, that is, put in something illegible that just looked like print. I opted for the latter since what was on the paper wasn't really important. What mattered was what was in the character said. Xeroxes of the lettered and inked pages that I received to proofread, long since discarded, had an unreadable paste-up on the previously blank page. Needless to say, when I got my first printed copy of the comic, I was completely surprised to find an actual letter in Jarvis's hand. When I called my editor about it, I was told that someone, they never told me who, had substituted an actual letter of resignation from someone who had recently quit Marvel, with certain words changed to make it look like it was part of the Iron Man universe. I could never find out whether this was intended as a joke, a last-minute touch of realism, or someone taking a cheap shot at then-editor-in-chief Jim Shooter.
Oh,
but
no.
That's basically why I asked if I could write an explanatory notice in the letter column.
Well, if we know anything about Jim Shooter and his relations with people in Marvel, I'm going to guess someone was taking a shot at Jim Shooter.